Okay, it's 5:30. We have a quorum. We'll call the regular meeting of the Norwalk WPCA for Monday, December 19th, 2022 to order. Item number 2 is Greg Brunette present. Or does somebody want to introduce him or speak to that topic? Ralph?
Yes, so I talked to Greg. He told me that he was planning to attend and probably keep Neil Constantine as his what is the name? Alternate. Thank you. I just texted him. I'll check if he got it, but he was planning to start coming. I think he was in the past. He was part of the board. So.
Okay, so we'll move on, and if he happens to show up later, we could be reintroduced to Mr. Burnett. Okay. Okay, item number 3. Is there a motion to approve the meeting minutes of the WPCA meeting held on November 21st, 2022?
So moved.
Mr. Igneri, any comments, questions, corrections? Everybody's good. I see lots of head shaking. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Well, we also find Manella, Igneri, Constantine Smith. That's unanimous. Thank you very much. That concludes the business portion of our meeting. It's 5:32 p.m. Item number 4, contract operation reports. Veolia?
Okay, thank you, Darren. Good evening, everybody. Nice to see everyone.
Good evening.
I'll just get right into it. I know everyone's busy. So working off our executive summary, we did have an excellent month in November. We get over 4 miles of camera inspection completed, and we did just about 1.5 miles of sewer jetting. So year to date, contract year to date, we're at about 19 miles on the sewer cleaning and about 16 miles on the CCTV inspection. So that's well above our monthly obligations of 2 miles of camera inspection and 3 of jetting. So the team's doing a great job getting out there and getting that work done. We also had excellent compliance this month. There were no contract or permit exceedances, and the facility effluent was excellent quality. We have finally have not an exact date, but a schedule now for the long-awaited Orchard Street lining project. So we've finished all of our final details, and we've got a start date of, we believe, somewhere between January 13th and probably the 3rd week of January. So we've got some notification processes that we'll go through with the neighbors that'll be impacted, and obviously with the other town or city agencies. But we're looking forward to getting that job done and having it completed by the end of January. Some other projects that we're working on, there's the North Water Street Stormwater Station. We were asked to put together a price to rewire and sort of rerun the electrical and control system for that station. So we've gone ahead and done that. Ralph has forwarded that to the Railroad Authority for their information. In addition, we have selected a vendor for the fencing improvements here at the wastewater treatment facility. We have a number of repairs we're going to do to the existing fence, and then we're going to install a sliding cantilever gate to secure the wastewater facility, and there'll be a card reader as part of that system. So we got 2 excellent quotes. They were very close to each other, which is a great sign, and we selected one of them, and they'll begin work probably in the next few weeks. So that's exciting. Another project we're working on is the rehabilitation of the sludge blend tanks. This is another project that we've been working on for a while. There was a rehabilitation with the recoating of those tanks that was going on, and then we discovered structural issues as part of that coating procedure. So we went out, we got good proposals for replacement of a lot of the structural steel on blend tank number 1, and we're going to begin that work probably sometime after the first of the year as well. Don't have a date on that, and unfortunately, it does involve some raw materials, some large sections of steel, so we'll hope that the supply chain issues aren't going to affect that job too much. We'll have a better detail on that next month. And lastly, just an overhead door replacement in the solids handling building where the dewatering operations are. There's a roll-up door in the back of that building. It goes up and down multiple times a day for sludge loads, and it's been in operation for many, many years. It's just seen its useful life. So we're going to go ahead and replace that overhead door as part of a separate project. So that's about it. We don't really have too much else to report. If anybody has any questions or anything they'd like to talk about, always happy to.
Thank you. Anybody questions? Anybody have any questions? No? Everybody's shaking no. I see Mr. Burnett has joined us. Would you like to go back to that item as introduction of Mr. Burnett? Ralph, Vanessa?
So good evening. As you may know, so Mr. Burnett is the new president of the Common Council, and because of that, he's assigned as a member of the WPCA, and also he has the option to assign an alternate when he cannot attend the meetings. So I want to welcome Mr. Burnett to the WPCA board. And Mr. Burnett, you have the floor. I don't know if you want to say a few things, and also I believe that we talk about having Mr. Constantine as your alternate. I don't know if you have a chance to talk to him about it, or if you have any other person in mind.
Is that my cue?
Yeah.
Well, it's
Let me-
great to be back on the
Yes.
WPCA. I sat on the WPCA when I was chairperson for the Board of Investment and Taxation, the BET. So Darren, it's good to see you again, and some other
You as
familiar
well.
faces. Neil, good to see you, Neil.
How are you?
John, I see you everywhere, John Igneri. So I'll say, I'm always excited to hear the good work that comes out of the WPCA, and I'm proud to say the best thing I learned the years that I sat on the WPCA, I have a new appreciation for the word fog, and it means fats, oils, and greases. So I did learn something. So I'm just here to support. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for rejoining us. It's good to see you too again. I know everybody here, a lot of us served at the same time you did. So, and it's great to see that somebody left the WPCA and accomplished great things. I guess later on you'll appoint an alternate, or you'll come and sit with us yourself.
I will attend as many meetings as possible that my schedule allows, but I'm under the understanding that Neil was the alternate, and I have not had conversations or communications directly with him, but I would welcome his continuation.
Unknown caller.
I would welcome his continuation on the WPCA to ensure that we have consistency. So if Neil is open to remaining on the WPCA as an alternate, I will formally appoint him as the alternate.
It would be my pleasure, Greg. It'd be my pleasure.
Great.
Anything? I'm sorry, please go ahead.
No, I'm going to say I think that piece of the business is completed.
So shall I attend each meeting and you join us as you can, or what, is that the way it would work?
Darren, any direction on that?
I think only one of you get to vote,
Okay,
but I think it could be either one of you, but only one of your votes would count. And prior to you coming on this call, Constantine was very happy to continue, and he just expressed that again. So however you folks want to work it, that's fine. Mrs. Smith, Have something to say?
Yeah, can I just, hi Greg, can I just
No,
add a
Barbara.
point of clarification for Greg? Yeah, just to clear up any confusion, when Tom Livingston was council president, he had an appointee and he did not attend meetings. So Neil stood in his place for all the meetings. So, just to clarify that for you, Greg, if you want to be the person, then you would come and Neil wouldn't. And then he would be your alternate, but he came all the time instead of Tom. Tom appointed him like full-time.
Okay, well, I do plan to attend meetings.
Okay.
And if for some reason I cannot make a meeting, I'll communicate that with Neil so that he can be prepared to cast the necessary vote.
Okay, that's fine. So does that imply that only one of us should attend any given meeting, Barbara?
Yeah.
I believe we both can attend the meetings, but only one vote would count.
Yeah.
And if we're both in the meeting, then I believe it would be my vote. Is that correct?
If you decided to cast it, yeah.
Both can attend, just one vote.
That's
And since
fine.
you're the council president, that would be the lead vote.
That sounds fine. So,
Yeah.
so we both might attend. You'll vote when you're present, Greg.
Yeah, it's my understanding that as a public meeting, we certainly can't prevent, not that we'd want to, but you can't prevent somebody from attending. But
No,
I'm glad you guys are working it out so there's no confusion on the voting.
I'd like to remain involved in one form or another. So I'm happy to attend the meetings.
Okay, good. And this is good because also give you some consistency, Mr. Constantine. So in case it's better that you're attending all the meetings and then you know exactly what we have been discussing the past 4 months. So that will be great to have you both.
Wonderful, wonderful. My pleasure.
Okay, if that's concludes that business item. We'll move on to item number 5, reports. It's 5:42 p.m.
So in the monthly board package, item 5A is the munis report. As of a couple days ago, so we provide a copy every month. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask questions. If not, usually we just continue to move on to the next item. Item 5B, we have the fiscal year 23-24 draft capital budget that we're putting requests in through the city. Specifically for our fiscal year 23-24, it consists of collection system rehabilitation in the amount of $10,850,000. This number was developed as part of the collection system master plan. Includes both consent order items and long-term infrastructure improvements. For pump stations, looking out years, we have $250,000 a year. And then for the treatment plant rehabilitation right now, this is, again, out years, we have a $25 million placeholder. And currently we're in Arcadis, and the WPCA is going through the facility plan update. And we're going to refine those numbers at the end of the review process. And that'll be submitted in June of 2023, towards the end of the month. So we'll have numbers for the treatment plant at that time, and we would update the projected numbers in the next year's capital review process. Does anybody have any questions?
So Mary,
How much of an increase in the budget over the last year?
So we're going to, in January at the board meeting, we're going to have Woodard and Kern come attend the meeting, and we're going to present the financial model and show you what rates we're projecting based on information that's known today.
All right, thank you.
Any other questions?
nope, I don't see any.
None?
We can. Just to let you know, we did go through last week this capital request with Henry Dakowitz, the CFO for the city, along with a couple other of the finance team members. Just want to pass that on. All right. Moving forward, the next item, we have discussion on WPC engineering projects. So we have a slight little different format than previous months. What we decided to do is break up projects discussing engineering or design or study projects versus ongoing construction projects. So with the engineering, item 1 is the facility plan update. And the team held a workshop on December 1st. Actually, Barbara and Chris Manella attended as well from the board with Arcadis and WPC staff. And basically, we went through the wet weather treatment options. This is in regard to the consent order. So Arcadis looked at various technologies that are out there and presented it to the team, the pros and cons of each. And at the end of the day, we narrowed it down to a couple of technologies that they're going to continue to evaluate as part of this process. So that was the big one. Item 2, treatment plant SCADA enhancement and miscellaneous support. We continue to identify some SCADA enhancements along with some other miscellaneous support. So these are what we included in the package are 2 task orders that we have assigned Arcadis for their assistance at the treatment plant. So copies of those task orders are included in the board package. And then item 3, Samus and Bell Island sewer shed design. I'm going to pass to Nelia to discuss where we're at with Brown and Caldwell.
Sure, thank you. So we've been working with the consultant Brown and Caldwell. They provided us the 50% design documents, which consist of GIS plans and specifications. We've reviewed them and provided comments. We expect the design documents to be completed in early spring and to potentially start the project in July 2023. We've also started working on a list of larger properties, multi-unit properties that could be impacted by the lining work and kind of planning for how we'll be doing bypasses in those locations. Thank you.
Thank you, Nelia. Item 4, Hubble's Lane preliminary design. This is part of the collection system master plan recommendations project. We're still waiting for deep sign off on the plan, but we are starting preliminary engineering because the Hubble's Lane project is estimated at 5.4 million. And what we have going on right now is Haley and Aldridge is a subcontractor to Brown and Caldwell to analyze soils. Where we're proposing to run a new sewer interceptor, and we're going to be conducting soil boring. So that's been in progress. There had to be an agreement with the law office to be issued with the permit to go ahead with the soil borings. And that's where we are right now. All that information is just going to confirm what we anticipate being able to install a new interceptor. So it's just, we want to keep moving with our plan while we wait for the state to approve, give us final approval. And then item 5, Keeler Brook Pump Station. We had a meeting today with outside counsel, city council, and WPCA staff to talk about where we are with Keeler Brook Pump Station in regard to pump station replacement. And the biggest hurdle that we have is working with Eversource to gain a new easement on their property and then eventually construct a new pump station and relinquish the old easement of the existing pump station footprint. So with COVID and with some other matters, this project's been delayed, and it sounds like both sides want to engage communication. So that's where we are today. Team just got together to discuss where we left off and start that process over again with Eversource. I guess any questions with any of the projects listed above? All right. The next item is WPCA construction projects, and Nelia has a nice presentation that she's going to pull up on the computer screen.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. let me know. Actually, I don't know if it's on the right screen. Sorry. Let me try that one more time.
We can see it, Naya.
You could see the presentation?
Yes, we
We
can.
just need to move
Yes.
to the slide portion because we're seeing with the side view as well.
Yeah, you're not seeing the. Mm. Are you seeing like the small view or a larger view?
The
Small
small.
view.
Small view, yeah. If you run the slideshow, it should fill up with it.
I am running the slideshow. Maybe let me try that one more time. Sorry about that.
Yep.
Let me share it on this screen and see if it works better this way. Is this
Perfect.
better? Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sorry about that.
Oh.
So this is a slideshow of the capital improvement projects that are currently ongoing. In the collection system, we have the Wall Street, Knight Street Rehabilitation and Improvements Project, the Dreamy Hollow Project, and we're also piloting some infrared drone technology that I can explain more when I get to that slide. On the Wall Street, Knight Street Rehabilitation and Improvements Project, we're relocating the 30-inch sewer line that we can see here. And it's a PVC pipe within a casing pipe. In late November, there was a concrete pour for the walls of this structure, as well as the manhole structure in this photo. This is a concrete structure around this existing storm pipe that will allow us to retain the capacity in the storm pipe. We're currently demolishing the upper portion of this large storm pipe. And then this concrete chamber will effectively act as the storm pipe during wet weather events. Upcoming work includes finishing demolition of this upper portion of the storm piping, placing precast panels for the upper portion of the chamber, and a concrete floor for the framing of the chamber itself. And this photo here is of the manhole on the west side of this, on this side of this 30-inch sewer line here. On the Dreamy Hollow project, which includes ongoing drainage and sanitary sewer improvements in the Dreamy Hollow area, these are some photos of the sanitary sewer improvements along Saddle Road in the last few weeks. So this is a photo of an 8-inch PVC sewer line that you could see here that was installed. This is a 6-inch PVC lateral from that 8-inch PVC sewer main to a residential property. And this is a sanitary sewer manhole. Regarding this infrared drone technology investigation, Veolia had a contact at San Jose University who has been using this drone technology, and he flew out here to pilot the technology on the force mains at critical pump station locations as a preventative inspection to see if there's potential to detect leaks or defects. The infrared camera is shown here. It's attached to the drone. There's also some GPS sensors for navigation and GPS. And there's a battery here at the bottom of the drone. The drone flights were pre-programmed using the GIS mapping of the force main. And we did inspections at 3 pump stations, Fort Point, Salmon Street, and Bell Island. And we expect to hear back in about 2 weeks to see what kind of data they were able to get from the drone flights. For the pump station updates, we have Karen Drive and Woodward Avenue. At Karen Drive, they're currently working on some exterior updates. We have some new insulation and a new louver here. And there's going to be upcoming installation of siding on the exterior of the pump station. There's also this new bypass connection here that can be used in the case that you maybe need to replace some pumps or piping inside the chamber. And this is the interior bypass connection here that allows you to pump through the existing force main by connecting to this outside bypass connection. This also provides resiliency if there was ever an emergency at the pump station. This kind of shows the other exterior portions of the pump station, continued insulation, new louver. There'll be new siding here, a new portable generator cabinet and circuit breaker for the generator that is shown here. At the Woodward Avenue pump station, They're installing new HVAC ductwork that's shown here as well. And new mounted HVAC fans and exhaust ductwork shown here. Upcoming work at this pump station includes electrical work and coating of the existing wet well. There's also some continued SCADA upgrades at the treatment plant. They installed a new level instrument at the thickened sludge storage tank, which is within the secondary controls building. There's also some enhanced programming with automatic alternation of the secondary lift pumps. So here we could see some snips from the SCADA. This new level instrument within the thickened sludge storage tank. This is the readout we are able to see in SCADA with the level within the storage tank and 4 different alarm set points. The secondary lift pumps, this enhanced programming with automatic alternation of the secondary lift pumps, which was installed successfully, allows us to set a day of the week and a time where the pumps will alternate automatically. So all the pumps are exercised and they're not sitting idle for a long period of time. Thank you, and let me know if there are any questions.
That's great, Nelia.
Thank you.
Sorry, do the pumps in the other stations exercise automatically, or you have to do them all manually?
I'm not sure if we have automatic alternation meaning at the primary lift, the primary pumps.
Yes. I'm just
Yeah,
curious.
so we have automatic alternation on pretty much all the pumps. This was one of the last systems that didn't have an automatic alternating system. So yes, to answer your question.
The lead pump changes, that's what you're saying, right?
Correct. It'll alternate either on a daily cycle or an hour runtime cycle, or some of them have more intricate setups, like on our influent pumps. They're broken into 2 sets, and then they alternate amongst the 2 sets.
Great. Any other questions? If not, we'll continue to move on. Item E is sewer use bill and appeals to date is $39,341. And then the last item to report is we have our 2023 schedule, including the board package. And there are 3 dates where Monday nights are a holiday, so we moved into a Tuesday, the immediate following day.
Okay, any questions on anything on the agenda or not on the agenda? Hearing none, is there a motion to adjourn item 6?
So moved.
By Mr. Igneri, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Hovey, Ostafine, Igneri, Constantine, Smith, Burnett, one of you counts.
Sorry.
Thank you. It is 5:58 PM. Happy holidays to everyone, and we'll see
Yes.
you next year.
Happy holidays.
Thanks.
Stay well.
Everyone.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Good to see you.
Joy.
Bye-bye.
Happy
Take care.
holidays.